Welcome to our lesson on plant organ systems. The key questions for today are 1. What is transpiration? 2. What affects the rate of transpiration? 3. What is translocation? 4. What is the function of root hair cells? 5. How are root hair cells adapted for their function? The key words you need to know are transpiration, humidity, temperature, translocation, osmosis. Transpiration is the movement of water up a plant. Water enters into the plant at the roots and is drawn up the stem of a plant through the xylem as a column of water. It is pulled up the plant due to adhesion and cohesion. This means that the water molecules stick to the sides of the xylem and each other. We can see this when we view a meniscus or see water droplets form. The water column moves up the plant from the roots and into the leaves, where it will diffuse into the cells by osmosis before evaporating onto the surface of the spongy mesophyll cells, before it diffuses out of the leaf. Task. What is the name given to the tiny pores on the leaf through which water vapour and other gases diffuse? Extension. How is the opening of these pores controlled? The tiny pores on the leaf are called stomata. The stomata are surrounded by guard cells. When the plant has had enough water, the guard cells are turgid, which holds open the pore. When there is not enough water, the guard cells become flaccid and close the pore. This preserves water and stops it from escaping through the stomata. This also causes the leaves to wilt, which reduces the surface area. This slows down photosynthesis due to the reduction in light energy absorbed, so the plant uses up less of the water that it has. When the guard cells are turgid, this means that they are full of water, and the pressure holds the pore open where the cell walls are thicker. When the guard cells are flaccid, they are not full of water, and the thick walls collapse together, closing the pore. The rate of transpiration is how much transpiration occurs in a unit of time. This can be measured using a potometer, which will allow the uptake of water to be measured. By measuring the amount of water taken in by the plant, we can ascertain how much water is leaving via transpiration. We could also measure the mass of a plant after an amount of time has passed. The mass lost will be the amount of water lost by transpiration. Factors that increase the rate of transpiration are increasing the temperature. This gives the water molecules more energy, meaning they evaporate from the leaf more easily. Increasing the light intensity. This increases the rate of photosynthesis, meaning that the stomata remain open for the diffusion of carbon dioxide into the leaf and oxygen out of the leaf. This allows water to diffuse out of the leaf through the open stomata. Increasing the wind speed. This means that the movement of air around the leaf increases, meaning that as the water evaporates and leaves the leaf, it is moved away by the breeze. This maintains the concentration difference between the water inside the leaf and outside the leaf, increasing the rate of water loss. Decreasing humidity. This is also to do with maintaining the concentration gradient. The drier the air, the larger the difference in water concentration, so the faster the rate of water loss. The converse, an increase in humidity causes the rate of transpiration to slow down. Task. State 2 factors that increase the rate of transpiration. Factors that increase the rate of transpiration are increasing temperature, increasing light levels, increasing the amount of air movement, and decreasing the humidity. Extension. What are the optimum conditions for transpiration? The optimum conditions for transpiration are dry, windy, bright and warm. The root hair cells of a plant are adapted to take in water. They have a large surface area due to their shape and a thin cell membrane to allow the water to diffuse into them. The water is moved away quickly into the xylem tubes to maintain the concentration gradient and allow more water to enter. The cytoplasm is a concentrated solution, so that water moves in by osmosis due to the difference in water potential. Mineral ions are taken in by diffusion and active transport. For this reason, root hair cells contain mitochondria that carry out respiration and release the energy needed for this. Task. Draw a labelled diagram of a root hair cell. Water only ever moves up the plant following the transpiration stream from the roots, up the xylem and to the leaves. The sugars produced by a plant during photosynthesis can move in any direction around the plant. Some of the sugar produced is used up in respiration by the plant cells. The rest can be made into other molecules or stored as an energy source. The sugar is moved through the phloem in the plant from where it is produced to where it is stored or used. The phloem cells that make up the phloem tissue are joined end to end with a sieve plate in between each one. The phloem cells are living cells but only have a small number of organelles. Task. Identify tissue A. Tissue A is the xylem. Extension. What substance is transported by translocation? Sugars made by the plant are transported by translocation. Extension. Why is translocation an important process? The sugars made in the leaves are required in other parts of the plant for respiration or storage, so it is important that the sugars can move around the plant.